Good day to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and this is Poland Daily Culture. And we're talking about the career of a musician and exactly a classical drummer, because with us is such kind of one, Maciej Świnoga. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's a rare profession and there are a few of you. So if we murder you here in the studio, there would be truly a hole in the map of the Polish music when it comes to classical percussionists. But talking about a career and talking about becoming a professional musician, it is always important of people who you meet on the way. Who are your tutors? Who are your masters who inspired you to become who you are?
First person who inspired me was actually my father. He's an accordionist, very good, I have to say. So he is the first person who pushed me, like to this
world of music.
World of music, yes. Then my second inspiration is my teacher from my secondary school, Professor Stanisław Skoczyński. He's absolutely one of my biggest I really admired as a teenage boy, and even now, absolutely yes. Thanks to him, I learned the most important things ever, which is discipline.
A discipline.
A discipline.
So
absolutely.
Discipline is a thing which definitely all musicians have to and need to have.
Yes.
And he was the one to teach you this.
Absolutely, yes.
And when it comes to your more professional current life,
yes,
is there anyone who took you to a different level, or who you're still cooperating with?
Yes, it's like if it comes to different level, it's absolutely my master, Gert Mortensen.
Gert Mortensen.
Yes.
Well, sounds very Swedish. Is he Swedish? Or?
He's Danish.
Danish.
Yes. So it's he's my master. He's absolutely my master, my teacher in the Royal Danish Academy of Music in Copenhagen. And so he's kind of like a person who really showed me like a full picture of art.
Of art and of a classical percussion, and
yes,
what you can do with it.
Exactly.
And talking about your everyday life of a musician, how does it actually look? How often do you need to practice?
Every day.
So what, you wake up and what? Then you take you already sit down and you play, or how long do you have to practice, and what are the challenges?
It's actually very subjective, like a matter, because it all depends. It all depends on which level you are at the moment. It all depends how much repertoire do you have to learn, how short amount of time, right? I mean, for example, you can learn let's say you have 2 months to learn 20 pages piece. Sometimes you have 7 days. So it all depends. It really all depends on your skills, on your technique. How far do you want to go? How far do you want to develop your techniques and your skills? If it comes to me, I like to practice, well, let's say at least 5 hours per day. It's my absolute minimum.
So, and in your life, you went through this very complicated musical education,
yes,
so schools, and then later on studies. You won already a few, many international competitions. So, looking for the future,
yes,
what are your plans? What would you like you to achieve? What
would I like to achieve? Everything. No, I mean I'm joking.
What is the dream of a classical percussion?
What is the dream? I have no idea what's the dream of your usual classical percussionists, because everybody's different, yeah. I mean, for example, there are some people who wants to play, let's say, in orchestra or in opera, just to play few strokes and they are happy. There are some people, for example, that it's not things like this. It's not enough. It's not enough because, I mean, there are some people, for example, like me, with tremendous amount of emotions and energy, where I want to spend it as much as I can on scene. So right now I'm actually I'm creating a quartet with 2 pianos and 2 two percussion players. Also, when I'm going to finish my soloist studies, my debut concert in Copenhagen, 9th of February, and I encourage everybody, and I'd like to invite everybody because it's possible to see it via streaming. It will be. So I want to produce myself on the scene, but I also want to teach. I also want to teach in preferably in universities or academies, but also in school.
Well, we keep the fingers crossed that all of this actually will happen. And what is left for us is right now to invite you to listen to Maciej Świnoga and how he plays music.